Hi everyone, hope you're doing well, and today's videos we will talk more about Dataproc with some practicals. In the last couple of videos we have done more about big data, Hadoop, Spark. We learn about cluster. Okay, so today's we will talk about the service like we have, like how to store data on HDFS. Okay, so we have already a 3 node of cluster of big data, Hadoop, Spark, and on top of that we'll learn how to store data on HDFS, and then we will do some data processing. So some we have like MapReduce, we have Hive, right? So this is what we have, the cluster. Okay, you know how to start the cluster. We will go to the VM instance first, and going to the VM instance, we will first start your master machine, and from there we will operate your cluster as it is recommended. It is taking time. Let me open the SSH. There we have SSH to start. Okay, so it will take some time to load, and we'll write simple commands, sudo jps, to check the daemons are running properly, and then we will take a simple file on although the HDFS is what taking any kind of data, structured, unstructured, any kind of data. So we'll take a simple text file or in a different file format, and we'll learn how to run how to store it on HDFS. Very important, you should know the Linux basic. Okay, we will type it sudo jps, right, to check the daemons, and you can see all the daemons are running on your screen. Okay, means your name node, secondary name node, your cluster is running fine. And as I told you that this is the command and this is the directory where we have store the data. Okay, I need a small ls, and I'm writing on the root directory. So what I will do first, I will create a one directory, okay, on HDFS mkdir, and then I will create a directory named Prwatech. Okay, check now, it's creating, and I will cross check the directory has been created or not. I'll run the same command hadoop fs-ls and put on the root directory path. Now you can see, yeah, you can see that the directory has been created on Prwatech. Alright, now why onto this path? Because I created my own directory, and there whatever the file I want to store on my HDFS, I can put inside this directory. Now I will check is there any file on my machine. I will write ls. Currently what is the present directory, pwd, and there's nothing we have. So I will load one file from a local machine, and I will load this data to my your machine, and from this machine we will move the data to HDFS. So there are 3 steps. I have to get some file from a local machine, okay, I mean from my laptop, and this is the process. Okay, I'll take small file, any of this file. Let's say this is more into PDF, right? So let's do this, and it will start uploading the file. Okay, you can see that the process started transferring one item. Okay, and I'm putting onto the root directory because currently I'm onto the pwd on the root directory itself. Okay, I've written the wrong command, it should be pwd. Meanwhile I will show you the current, right? So onto this directory the file will store, which you have loaded from your local machine. Alright, so I will see the file, and you see that I have just changed the file. Actually I put in the CSV file format. Okay, you can select any text CSV file format. Now this file is right now on my this machine, right, and this is the path where I have stored. Now I want to move this data into HDFS onto this directory, guys. Okay, so we'll make it simple command. Let me clear the screen first. Okay, so the command's clear. Now I will write a command to move the data from your LFS to HDFS. How to do that? Okay, moving to this, you have to give your file name. I have not written the file name. Let me just. Okay, so this is the file I want to move from LFS to HDFS, right? So I will write the command hadoop fs-put, and I want to move the file. So I'll just copy this file directly because we are on the same directory. Okay, and I just paste this onto my machine. So this is the file on my local machine and I want to move to HDFS. So the HDFS, which path? Remember that on root directory I have created a one folder, Prwatech. So I want to move to HDFS. Simple command you have. How to check this? Hadoop FS, same commands you have, ls, and I will say give me the list of files inside this directory. Okay, and I can see that the file is available here. Correct, your NYC structure. Okay, so this is how a simple command to move the data from LFS to HDFS. If you want to read the file, Hadoop fs-cat, right, and give the file path, which file you want to read. Okay, and okay, and enter. You can see that cat command. If you know the Linux, I'm very much sure that you're familiar with this, all the commands. Okay, and here the file we have. I will just clear my screen again. Okay, if you want to delete the file, Hadoop fs-rm. Right, if you want to delete the file, a simple command. So reason I ask you, Hadoop is a Linux interface, you should know all the commands, right? rm, and the file will get deleted from there. Okay, right? You get the prompt also. The file got deleted. You can see the prompt is coming here. The file got deleted. Okay. Now what we have next? If you want to cross check from there, right? Hadoop fs-ls Prwatech, is there any file? Okay. You can see that there is no such file is there inside this directory because the file has been deleted permanently. So this command, how to read the file, how to write the data in HDFS, how to delete data. We cannot update the data. That's a limitation. Okay. There are two limitations of Hadoop. It work on warm principle, write once, read multiple. Means if I have stored some file, let me do it again. Okay, I will store this file again and will try to update some thing in my file. You cannot do that because the principle say that warm, write once, read multiple. Data once written, you cannot modify. This is the limitation, and this is the principle on which Hadoop works. And I hope you remember that I talk about Hadoop is mainly designed for batch processing. It does not work on OLTP, and now you can relate this. Because of this principle, we cannot update the data, and the OLTP kind of processing, it need the further changes, update the data. Okay, you cannot increment the data also in the exact file you have stored on HDFS. So these are the certain limitation you have to understand. So there is no such command we have to update the file. Okay, if you want to read the file, you have a simple write it, right? But in any certain record, if you want to make any changes in the file, you don't have such option. You have to write a job for that, which is very tedious work, you can say. So let's say any data you want to make changes, you have your 9.99 and you want to make it 100, for example, this won't possible. So update is not possible in HDFS. Yes, further processing, if you want to process the data, you want to do some job processing, you can do it using MapReduce. You have a Pig, you have a Hive, smoothly you can go to that. So in the next part, we will talk about how to process data using a MapReduce as well. A MapReduce understanding of basic knowledge of Java is needed, but we'll more focus on Hive, in which we will see about how Hive is good, and people, those who are from the SQL background, and those who are looking to get into Hadoop, how Hive is mainly designed for this. So it's called the sequel of Hadoop. So in the next video, we will discuss more about your MapReduce and Hive. Thank you. Hey, don't forget to download our app for access to free courses and interactive quizzes. Stay connected with us on social media for updates and free content. See you next time. Happy learning.